Before the 5th Sunday of Lent, Friday preparation. Persevering to the end for God. On Friday 13th October 1307, a mass arrest of the Templars was carried out across the Kingdom of France, ordered by King Philip IV. This was only the beginning. Similar arrests would soon follow throughout much of Western Europe. Philip IV, who was deeply indebted to the Templars and unwilling to repay what he owed, brought forward fabricated charges of sins both against faith and morality. Driven by avarice, he sought not only to escape his debts, but to seize the wealth of the order, wealth that had long been used to sustain Christian efforts and the defense of pilgrims in the Holy Land. Over the next year, thousands of Templars were arrested across Europe. Hundreds were subjected to torture, particularly in France, and under such coercion, many Templars strove to confess the truth with their heart and their lips, yet some, broken by suffering, gave in and assented to false charges. These abuses were eventually reviewed by the Church. In 1308, a papal inquiry culminated in the document known as the Chinon Parchment, by which Pope Clement V absolved the Templar leadership of the accusation of heresy. Yet this absolution changed little in practice. Many Templars remained in prison. Their lands had already been confiscated. Political momentum had taken over, and secular leaders were eager to greedily take over their lands. Over the next 6.5 years, between 60 and 70 Templars were executed by French authorities, and the order was ultimately dissolved by the Church at the Council of Vienna in March of 1312. The Templars, who had given their lives so that Christian pilgrims might travel safely to the holy places, now found themselves betrayed by the very institutions they loved and served. They were falsely accused, tortured, imprisoned, and in some cases put to death. It is a bitter thing to be put to death by pagans or non-believers, but what can be said about being put to death by your own? And yet, there is no evil that can befall us in this life that dispenses us from persevering in the faith. There is no suffering God may ask us to endure that He does not have the right to ask. There is no trial so great that God will not also give the grace necessary to endure it. We must be resolved to suffer anything for the love of Jesus Christ. Prefer nothing to the love of Christ. This is the path of the Christian, to suffer with love for Jesus Christ and to imitate Him, even if that means being falsely accused and put to death by your own. Only false Christians are indifferent to perseverance or encourage people to compromise with the world, the flesh, or the devil. It is not enough to say, I will persevere in the commandments, or I will persevere in a few things. We must persevere not only by keeping the commandments, but by perfecting love, by continually replacing what is good with what is better, by repenting more sincerely, and by offering more to God each day. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he hath been proved, he shall receive a crown of life, which God hath promised to them that love Him. James chapter 1, verse 12.